in the County of Lawrence. Nctv45.
Entrusting your loved one to a funeral director is a very personal and emotional decision.
The William and Roger DeCarbo Funeral Home, family owned and operated since 1941.
Hello, and now it's time to get to the birthdays as we always do. Kathy Moore, happy birthday. Elliot Palmer, happy birthday. Frank J. Augustine, happy birthday. Don Colucci, happy birthday. Orlando White, happy birthday. Mary Lynn Colby, happy birthday. Cole Ransom, happy birthday. Kathy Kayla Altman, sorry about that, happy birthday. Don Harold, happy birthday. Rhonda Gabriel, happy birthday. Make sure you get that second piece of birthday cake and celebrate all week long.
These fine businesses provided funding for this program. Gatherings, Town and Country, and On Target.
The Hoyt Arts and Education, with their, and it's legendary, their after-school programs for the youngsters, well, it continues. This week, camouflage has been used by people and animals to hide in plain sight for centuries. This week's lesson are all about using color and patterns for disguise. This hidden in plain sight begins on Tuesday, and following that, January 30th, Shapes and Shadows. Will Punxsutawney Phil see his shadow? That's for the youth to decide in lessons combining drawing, shading shadows with strong light source. The last project will be a positive and negative space to create a distance with cut paper. That will be followed by heroes and women heroes as that will heroines, I guess you want to call it. Then Sweet Arts on February 13th, wrapped around right where Valentine's Day is. On the Wall of Romir Braden, that on February 20th. And Take a Leap, that for Leap Month. This is a leap year, 27th through 29th. Off the Wall with Ava Zest will be on March 5th to the 7th. And then Pie Projects. Yes, that March 12th, 312 to the 14th. So as that is Pie Day. And then on March 19th to the 21st, Off the Wall with Thomas G. McNichol. These art programs are free and open to Lawrence County students in grades 1 through 6. It's on a first come, first served basis and will be Tuesdays and Thursdays from 4 to 5:30. The doors open at 3. Help with homework and snacks and all materials are provided. So why not have the kids book it over to the Hoyt and enjoy those great programs? They'll be talking about it all winter. Newswatch, caring about our community. Gutchies for Kids. Well, Gutchies for Kids is a program that was introduced to the community several years ago by Connie McMichaels of Connerly Cleaners and the United Way. Gutchies is a Western Pennsylvania slang for underwear. The Midwestern Intermediate Unit 4 has been a partner in this program and distributes the donated Gutchies to all school districts in Lawrence County. The items collected consists of underwear, socks, pajamas, long underwear in all sizes. Gutchies for Kids program continues to grow based on the ALICE, Asset Limited Income Constrained Employed Population in Lawrence County. ALICE stands for just that which I named, and 41% of the residents of Lawrence County are families struggling with financial and basic necessities such as rent, utilities, food costs, and clothing, and may be purchased last on the list. Dawn Kremer, Executive Director for CRAE Youth and Family Services, reported that some children are coming to school without any underclothing, and the Gutchies for Kids Drive is a welcome program to clothe the children in our community. The collected items will be distributed to all school districts in Lawrence County through the IU4. Wendy Kinner, Regional Coordinator for Homeless and Foster Care Children in our area. Children are often coming from homes where these basic items and sources, unfortunately, are a growing issue in our area. We have the drop-off sites are Connerly's Cleaners, the Confluence, Brookshire Hathaway Services in New Wilmington, and the United Way of Lawrence County. If any club, church, or business would like to participate in this ongoing collection, please feel free to contact the office at 724-658-8528 or visit the website lwcty.org and collect some Gutchies for kids.
This program was provided through funding from Cedars Restaurant in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. A special thanks to Cedars, featuring Middle Eastern, Italian, and American cuisine.
Hello and welcome to Lindy's Lunch. Yes, whether it's their great breakfast or, just like it says, lunch, it's great anytime. Yes, it's Lindy's Lunch. For the best, stop by. Give us a call. Hello and welcome to the Cedar Sports Corner Report. Let's get to the NBA as we embark on your Tuesday. 7 o'clock, Denver at Indiana. 7:30, TNT, the Knicks and Brooklyn get together. Utah, and that game's in Brooklyn. Utah and the New Orleans Pelicans at 8 o'clock. Portland at Oklahoma City, also at 8 o'clock. Your nightcap, TNT. Lakers at the Clippers, and that's at 10 o'clock. Now, as we skate over, if you would, to NHL hockey. Your lineup looking like this, and keep in mind, this is really kind of different. There's only one game on the plus, I'll tell you about it. Everything else, I guess, would be local listings. Ottawa at Montreal, 7 o'clock. Dallas at Detroit, 7 o'clock. Tampa Bay at Philadelphia, 7 o'clock. 7:30, Vegas at the New York Knicks. Washington, the Caps at Minnesota at 8 o'clock. St. Louis at Calgary, 9 o'clock. Columbus at Edmonton, 9 o'clock. And then 10 o'clock, the lone game, Buffalo at Anaheim. That game on the Plus and Hulu. And then 10:30, San Jose at home taking on the New York Rangers. So that, after being on the Plus the whole time, they really don't have a lot of games on the Plus as you move forward. Well, let's talk about college basketball, as the Duquesne Dukes that really need to get back in the winning graces. And they're on the Plus at 7 o'clock. They're home against St. Bonaventure. As we continue on, the Pitt Panthers, they're in action, and they're on the road taking on Georgia Tech, 7 o'clock on ESPNU. Now, all these local teams, West Virginia, the Mountaineers take to the road, University of Central Florida, 7 o'clock. That on the Plus and the Big 12 Network. So let's go Mountaineers. Good luck to the Dukes and the Pitt Panthers. Now, elsewhere in college basketball, and you know, there's always a wealth of games on. Here you go. St. Joe's at Mass, 7 o'clock. That game on the Plus. Kent State at Bowling Green, 7 o'clock. That game on the Plus. Ohio at Akron, 7 o'clock. That game on the Plus. As you get to the 9 o'clock hour, Michigan at Purdue, 9 o'clock. That game on Peacock. The 10 o'clock hour, and 10:30 to be exact, Boise State at Fresno State, FS1. That at 10:30. Arizona takes on UNLV, 11 o'clock. That game on the CBS Sports Network. So a lot of great college basketball action. All tips off at 6:30 with Dayton and LaSalle, that on the Plus, and Butler at Georgetown, that on FS1. So head over to Cedars, get some great food, and by all means enjoy the games. We're going to take a time out. We'll be right back. Allie's Upper Crust at 1700 Highland Avenue has a full menu. Don't forget to give them a call at 724-652-7553. It's Allie's Upper Crust.
This program furnished by Sporting Goods, 23 East Washington Street, Newcastle. Call 724-658-2535.
Los Amigos! Ladies and gentlemen, if you need a good bite to eat, make sure to check out Los Amigos. They got you covered with things such as tacos, burritos, mocha gente. It's Los Amigos. Los Amigos! Los Amigos! Los Amigos!
Well, Newswatch, always keeping you informed. Here's maybe an idea. You know, we got Valentine's Day coming up. Give yourself or someone you love a gift of art this winter. Yeah, the Hoyt is offering a broad selection of classes for all ages. You know, they started a few weeks back, but it's never too late to visit the Hoyt. There are teens and adults classes from 6 to 8 weeks in ceramics, drawing, stained glass, graphics, design, painting, watercoloring, photography, harp, voice, yoga, just a lot to really mention. And they go from 4:30 to 6:30, but maybe even a gift membership to the Hoyt might be in order. You can call 724-652-2882, extension 115, and get that gift today. Now, one of the things you might be wondering is about their great after-school programs. Well, those are going on now too, so please give them a call. And it's been more than 3 years since the COVID-19 pandemic devastated museum attendance. For some museums, visitation has returned to normal, but for 2/3, not quite yet. Naturally, this is an impact on the revenue and admissions. Ticketed programs, on-site sales, membership contributions, and other sources of income that really help our community. And here at the Hoyt Arts and Education is among the lucky 2/3 whose attendance has returned to pre-pandemic levels. In some cases, the attendance has surpassed those counts, such as the Children's Summer Art Festival or recent holiday open house. Yet despite the enthusiasm for free outreach activities, membership is still lagging behind. So pick up your membership today at the Hoyt. You can give them a call at 724-652-2882 and not only give the gift of art, maybe you want to give that gift of art to yourself. It will be one heck of a nice gift you'll enjoy all year long.
This program was provided through funding from Cedars Restaurant in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. A special thanks to Cedars, featuring Middle Eastern, Italian, and American cuisine.
Hello and welcome to Lindy's Lunch. Yes, whether it's their great breakfast or just like it says, lunch, it's great anytime. Yes, it's Lindy's Lunch. For the best, stop by. Give us a call.
Hello and welcome to the Cedar Sports Corner Report. Let's get to college basketball. Well, a plethora of games yesterday, all local. Here's one you might consider local as the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. They're in action 7 o'clock on ESPN2. They're at home and they're taking on Miami. Let's go Irish, as Notre Dame winners over Georgia Tech, so they're on the upswing a little bit. Action starts at 6 o'clock on the Plus. Tennessee State takes on VMI. 6:30, Providence at Seton Hall, FS1. Now, as you continue on through your evening, Maryland at Iowa, 7 o'clock, Big Ten Network. 7 o'clock, George Washington at Richmond, Atlantic 10 action. Navy at Bucknell, 7 o'clock, that game on the Plus. James Madison at Old Dominion, that a bit of rivalry, 7 o'clock on the Plus. And both teams always in the NCAA tournament. Auburn at Alabama, Iron Bowl basketball, 7:30, that on ESPN. Now, continuing on, 8:30, Villanova at St. John's, FS1. As you get to the 9 o'clock hour, Marquette at DePaul, CBS Sports Network. And going through 10 o'clock, Kansas Kansas State at Iowa State, 9 o'clock ESPN2. Utah at Washington State, 10 o'clock Pac-12 Network. And then your nightcap, Colorado at Washington, ESPNU. So a lot of great basketball action there. And that will get us over to the NHL. Here you go. As we take a look, Winnipeg at Toronto, that's 7 o'clock. And again, you know, as we had said before, not a lot of games that they always were on the plus. That not happening. And maybe because of college basketball taking that over. So 7 o'clock, Winnipeg at Toronto. Arizona at Florida, 7 o'clock. Now, 7:30, Carolina at Boston. That on TNT. 9:30, Washington at Colorado. St. Louis at Vancouver at 10 o'clock. Chicago at Seattle, 10 o'clock. That game on TNT. Buffalo at the LA Kings at 10:30. So you want to watch hockey? Better get on TNT. Over in the NBA, games starting at 7 o'clock. Charlotte at Detroit. Minnesota at Washington at 7 o'clock. 7:30, Memphis at Miami. Portland at Houston, 8 o'clock. Cleveland at Milwaukee, 8 o'clock. Phoenix at Dallas, 8:30. Oklahoma City at San Antonio, that at 9:30 on ESPN. And interesting to note, Phoenix at Dallas at 8:30. That game on ABC. Now your 10 o'clock nightcap, Atlanta at Golden State. And that rounds out your NBA. So head over to Cedars, get some great food, and by all means enjoy the games. We're going to take a time out. We'll be right back.
Allie's Upper Crust at 1700 Highland Avenue has a full menu. Don't forget to give them a call at 724-652-7553. It's Allie's Upper Crust. This program furnished by Sporting Goods, 23 East Washington Street, Newcastle. Call 724-658-2535.
Los Amigos! Ladies and gentlemen, if you need a good bite to eat, make sure to check out Los Amigos. They got you covered with things such as tacos, burritos, mocha gente. It's Los Amigos. Los Amigos! Los Amigos! Los Amigos!
Newswatch, concerned about your health. This in from Healthline. What about having an unhealthy gut? And, well, microbiome is important. And the term is gut microbiome, refers to organisms living in your intestines. You know, not having a large variety of bacteria in the gut or indicates that having a large let me try this again. In having a large variety of bacteria in your gut may help reduce the risk of conditions like diabetes, IBD, inflammatory bowel disease, and some arthritis. Well, here's 7 signs of an unhealthy gut. High stress levels, too little sleep, eating a Western diet high in processed and sugary foods, taking antibiotics. Now, this in turn affects other aspects of your health, such as immune function, hormone levels, weight, and development of diseases. The signs of an unhealthy gut: upset stomach, gas, bloating, constipation, diarrhea, and heartburn. A high sugary diet, unintentional weight loss, sleep disturbances such as fatigue, skin irritation, autoimmune conditions, food intolerances. 7 things you can do for your gut health: lower stress levels, get enough sleep, eat slowly, stay hydrated, take prebiotic or probiotic supplements, check for food intolerances, change your diet, make sure it includes vegetables, fruits, very important, as even maybe a little coffee, tea, or wine. 4 types of foods for gut health would be those high in fiber, garlic, and fermented foods, collagen boosting foods such as citrus fruits, broccoli, meat, eggs, and nuts. So that in from Healthline. You might want to try those things. Always best to consult a doctor, and it may make you feel better. Newswatch, always looking out for you. Well, you know, the home buyer classes, sponsored by the United Way and several of the financial institutions, it occurs on Tuesdays from 6 to 8. And, well, this Tuesday, no exception, as they will be covering Meet Your Bankers. Well, and Neighborhood Legal Services will follow that with learning about what you need to know about doing and securing a loan. The new year began with these United Way classes of Lawrence County United Way in partnership with Penn State Extension, 10,000 Friends, PA Board of Realtors. The home buyer classes help folks that are maybe in an ALICE situation, asset limited, income constraint, employed, to get the American dream. And the local financial institutions are providing $50 gift cards to the participants that complete the 5-week home buyer class. If you have questions on it, call 724-658-8528. And just to give you an idea, and I really wanted to get you this kind of information. Some of the topics that they have covered are these. And as I wait for my monitor to clear, the first topic was understanding your credit report, setting financial goals. This week, as I said, meet your local banker. Next week, neighborhood legal services and utilities. So, and you could tips and more. So 9, 16, 23, and 30. Then February 6th, they will end with having any class, any questions you might have. So make sure that you take a look at those homebuyer classes. They can be pretty helpful. Newswatch rolls on, and some important things to know. If you feel like dancing, well, Scott Township Fire Hall, from 6:30 to 9:30, they'll be having a dance today. So make sure that you check that out. Remember that, and Mondays, they have board games at First Presbyterian Church. Here's Josh to tell you more.
Hello and welcome into
Remember, beat the afternoon slump. Do you get like about 2 or 3 o'clock, maybe a little earlier, maybe a little later, but you get into a slump. You've been hustling around all morning, and suddenly the one thing is you can't concentrate, and you think, well, I'm taking a nap. But sadly, taking a snooze under your desk or work isn't considered professional. This happens to everybody. So even those that get a good night's sleep sometimes, could be something you ate, could be just you're distracted, it's winter. So here's a little couple ideas that might make you feel a little bit better. Go for a walk, get a drink of water. Stop by a friend's cubicle, or if at home, call a friend, and perhaps they could cheer you up, get you awake. A little bit of motivation and movement. This will make it easy to get through your day. So a little story there on maybe giving yourself a little boost. Now, here's a good idea. Gutchies for Kids. Yeah, the United Way and Connerly Cleaners. They're taking part in this Gutchies for Kids. Gutchies slang for underwear, socks, long underwear. Boy, did we need it last week. You could drop those off at the United Way, Connerly Cleaners, the Confluence, just to name a few, or out in New Wilmington on the Shannock Avenue. They have a place out there that you could drop those things off. So make sure that you give it a try. Now, here's another type of information for you. You know, the Hoyt always has these classes, and that's not it, but they always have these classes that are good to get you through the winter blues. Okay, and well, on Tuesday, they're going to be starting their next session. Make sure that you give them a call. I think you'll enjoy it. And they have them not just for kids after school, but also for adults. So give the Hoyt a call. You'll be glad you did. As we continue through Newswatch, and here's a reminder, the Department of Aging Medicare Advantage open enrollment period is now underway. It'll go from January 1st, which we're in January, to March 31st. Make sure that any of the decisions you're making, you sign up and get everything squared away. It's very, very important. Now, let's go to Josh once again as he tells us about the library.
Hello and welcome, and reporting live right in front of the Newcastle Public Library. And speaking of them, they've received another additional $50,000 match. The Newcastle Public Library's capital campaign has gotten a boost, which will not only help fund much needed renovations, but enable donors to stretch their gifts. The drive, dubbed Elevate the Newcastle Public Library, has a $200,000 target goal for Phase 1. The primary goal of the campaign is to modernize the elevator, which has been out of service since November. With community donations, that work can begin, eventually enabling the Youth Services Department to return to its home on the second floor. The library is very grateful to everyone who has donated or made a pledge for the library. Director Andrew Henley said, quote, while it seems we have a lot further to go, another generous donor, has made a remarkable pledge. A library patron is offering a dollar-for-dollar match up to $50,000. Henley noted that the person who has requested anonymity has worked in the education field. The donor knows the importance of the library and has seen the positive effects on young scholars, he explained. The generous donation is beyond impactful. Those wishing to make a donation may go to ncdlc.org/elevate or send a check to the Newcastle Public Library at 207 East North Street, Newcastle, PA 16101. The checks must be made out to the Newcastle Public Library with the words Elevate in the memo line. All donations are tax deductible. So great story here from the Newcastle Public Library. Make sure you go check out their website and check out the Newcastle Public Library, of course, open 7 days a week. So, I'm Josh Horner, reporting live for NCTV45.
Well, Josh, thank you. That was stupendous. Make sure you book it on over to the library and support the library system here in Lawrence County. We're going to take this break. We'll be right back.
Since you were going for gas, you might as well fill up your tank too. Delicious food available at Morgan's. And that's just two exciting combos that they have. Morgan's, right across the line. Programming made possible through a generous grant from Chuck Tanner's Restaurant, Wilmington Road in Newcastle.
Los Amigos! Make sure to check out Los Amigos on West State Street, Newcastle, PA 16101. It's Los Amigos. Los Amigos! Los Amigos! Los Amigos!
Hello and welcome to Lawrence County 45 weather. After last night's rainy low of 35, and can you say rain? What is the rest of your week looking like? Rain. I didn't even got to tell you as you look at local radar. And there you go, out through the Midwest, rain, cloud cover, rain in the Gulf. It's raining pretty much everywhere as you look at the continental United States. That's going to give you a weather forecast that looks like this. Last night, overnight low 35. Your Wednesday, 49, 45, 100% chance of rain. Your Thursday, 54 and 44, 100% chance of rain. Your Friday, 50 and 36, 90% chance of rain. That gets you into Saturday, 46 and 36, 70% chance of rain. And your Sunday, well, you're getting more of the same. 42 and 29, 70% chance of rain. Good news, Karen, here comes Monday as we start to dry out a little bit, 35 and 27. You get that peaks of sun, but nevertheless a lot of water down. And here's your Tuesday, 39 and 30. The drying out continues. Now that was Lawrence County 45 weather. We're going to take a look at the weather chart and then hear from these people who would like to hear from you.
Today's programming is brought to you by Nctv45 and NC Radio 450, Newcastle's community television station.
At our law firm, we see you. Come see us at lgkg.com.
Look around.
Losing a loved one is difficult, and the grief it puts on your family can be troublesome. Ed and Don DeCarbo Funeral Home and Cremation Incorporated strive to make the hardest time for you and your family a comfortable one. They can accommodate for large gatherings to smaller, private viewings.
Hello and welcome to NCTV45's Community Happenings. This for January 21st through the 27th. And let's get to the Newcastle Public Library. Friends of the Library is a 501c3 dedicated to promoting, supporting, and advocating for the library. New members are always welcome. Dues are $12 for the year. Friends of the Library operate the bookseller, which is still operating on the first floor of the library. So check that out. Now, reminder here that Newcastle Public Library Book Group, a book talk group, will not meet until February 5th at 9:30 in the Copernicus room, so mark your calendar for that. Join like-minded individuals, as well went real fast, with Phantoms. Yes, 18 and older. That'll be from 5:30 to 8. But again, not meeting in January, they will be meeting in February. Wednesdays is movie night at the Newcastle Public Library. Movies start at 5:30. They also have a lot of great ones there. So make sure that you stop by for those. There's a lot of activities at the library that are always great to take in. So make sure that you realize that the library has a lot of great things to offer. Here's another one. Zoom. That takes place on Mondays with Miss Nave. You can enter the Zoom room by going to the Newcastle Public Library website, and the number is 861-3299-2668, or by clicking on doing that on the website. And so they will be January 22nd. That is at 10 o'clock. So make sure the kiddos will like that. Pre-K Explorers hands-on learning for children 3 to 6. That will take place on Tuesday, the 23rd at 10 a.m. Mother Goose Story Time, taking place on Wednesday, the 24th at 10 a.m. immediately following We Build. And that is socialization and constructive play. That begins at 10:30. For those kids in 5th grade to 12th grade, Pokemon, Tuesday the 23rd at 4. Join the Discord if you're a member of the Pokemon Club or you want to chat about your favorite books. or phantoms, just let them know at bit.ly/3 lowercase o capital N 9 lowercase ALA, and get involved with that. That's a pretty unique thing. The Elwood City Public Library, a wealth of things going on. January 22nd, Manipulative Mondays. That's from 1 to 3. Now, Lego Duplo on Tuesdays for children. That's from 1 to 3. That will be on the 23rd. Now, also going on at the library, coloring for adults on Wednesday down in Elwood City. That at 10:30. Adult knitting group on the 24th. And that at 10:30 on Wednesday. Building Buddies, Wednesday, the 23rd, from 1 to 3. So, quite a few things going on down in Elwood City. And you're going to want to check those out. If you have any questions, you can give them a call at 724-758-6458. Also, check out what's going on over there in Bessemer at their library system. And remember, the library, a beautiful place, but we need to keep it up to date. Now, stop by the library or give them a call and drop off your check today to support Elevate. Elevate is there to update the library and make its programs more meaningful to everybody right here in Lawrence County. For NCTV45, I'm Angelo Perrotta, and this was NCTV45's Community Happenings. If you or your group has something going on, email us at nctv45@gmail.com, and we'll do our best to get it on for you. For NCTV45, I'm Angelo Perrotta. Here's hoping you have a great week.